Hey guys, so today I'm going to go over the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Simply, it's more about just reviewing it from personal opinions, personal takes. I don't own this card. Essentially, the point of this video is really just to describe what my decision-making process was between paying two hefty annual fees. Was I going to pick the Amex Platinum card over the Chase Sapphire Reserve? This is more about going over my personal takes, some of the good things, some of the bads, and hopefully that's some good information for you guys. It's not to deter you guys from the reserve. For those of you guys who find tremendous value in it, please still take advantage. But essentially it's more about just kind of comparing it to both cards and seeing what's good and what's bad. So to start off, the sign-up bonus, it's only 125K. It is a little bit on the lower side, still a significant bonus to still take advantage of. You do earn this after 6,000 is spent within the first 3 months. I've seen bonuses as high as up to 200K, but still a great offer to still take advantage of. So now in terms of the annual fees, this is one of those things that they're trying to justify why they increased the annual fees with the perks that you can get annually. You get a $7.95 annual fee, increased from $5.50. The authorized user card was a $75, now increased to $195. So right here, I think in terms of the spend and the multipliers, this blows the Amex Platinum card completely out of the water. So the Chase Travel Portal gives you an automatic 8x back on all travel purchases, 4x on flights and 4x on hotels, and 3x on dining. This still stay the same, but these are huge because this was originally 5x on the Chase Travel Portal and then 3x for anything travel related. What's really, really great about this is just the fact that you can still earn a lot of points booking outside. So for example, when it comes to the Amex Platinum card, I would have to book directly with the Amex Travel Portal to get 5x or book directly with airlines. However, when it comes to hotels, if I book a Marriott hotel on their Marriott website, I'm only gonna get 1x. Whereas this credit card is going to give me 4x even though I booked outside, directly with the Marriott hotel, or let's say I use Expedia, some other third party. So this is tremendous in the sense that you can still take advantage of outside platforms. So this definitely blows Amex Platinum out of the water. Now, when it comes to the travel value, this stayed the same, and I love this credit. For those of you who can definitely take advantage of this, you get a flat $300 travel credits. So this is for any types of purchases, anything travel related, hotels, flights. Super easy to use, super flexible. I don't see anybody not taking advantage of this. Now for the edit, this is pretty similar to the Amex Platinum card. We have the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection. We get $600 annually. This is $500. Essentially, this is more for users who typically like to stay at like some high-end hotels. Basically think St. Regis, think Thompson Hotels with Hyatt. I don't really stay at those hotels personally, so I know that I personally won't be using this. You get IHG Platinum Elite status. You get some upgraded perks on things like they're partners with Hertz for this car rental company, so you're going to get some additional benefits with that, along with getting 2 p.m. late checkout. I don't really know what the perks are with this Reserve Travel Designer platform. I think they're helping you guys book a custom itinerary, basically for those of you guys who want to do like some excursions. I personally just plan and book all those things myself separately. So still cool to have, not really a great perk for me to take advantage of. The Priority Pass is definitely take advantage of. This also comes in conjunction with the Chase Sapphire Lounge. I've heard a lot of great reviews with the LaGuardia Chase Sapphire Lounge access. I've personally been there myself. I love the setup. I love the food. This also gives you access to international airlines as well. So for those of you guys who may be flying in Asia, Plaza Premium lounges are very prevalent there. So you can actually access those lounges for free as long as you have Priority Pass with you, which is an automatic benefit you get for being a Reserve card holder. This is very similar, same thing on the Amex Platinum card. You get a global entry or TSA pre-check. If you have to decide one or the other, just know if you're more of an international flyer, global entry, take advantage of that. It's basically every time you come back to the US, you just do a face scan, you basically leave the security check lines pretty smoothly. TSA PreCheck is more for domestic flyers, makes things a lot easier if you have to pick one or the other. Definitely recommend getting both. It just makes your experience going through the airports a lot more easier. But essentially, if you had to choose one or the other, that's just kind of the easiest way to just kind of separate one or the other. Now, in terms of the annual lifestyle benefits of $1,500, this is a very easy credit to use. You get a $300 annual credit, split into $150 on a semi-annual basis. I've heard very mixed reviews. I like the Resi credits a lot more because it's a lot more easier to use. You get $400 for the Amex Platinum, split into $100 in quarterly credits. Super easy to use. Essentially, you just go on Google, you type in the restaurant, you look at reservations, and then you see, oh, it's part of Resi. You go to the restaurant, you eat food there, you pay the bill, you get an automatic credit. At least from what I've been hearing in terms of reviews with this, it's not as easy to use. Chase uses OpenTable. The difference with them is you have to also see if they're part of the Chase exclusive tables list. If they're not, even though they're part of OpenTable, it can be very difficult to use. It's not the best platform to really take advantage of in terms of how easy it is to use. They make it a lot harder to use. So still, if you can maximize it, I think the dining credits is still tangible and usable. So right there, I'm getting at least $600 of value. This is very similar to the Uber One credits. They added the Dash Pass membership. Essentially, the easiest way to think about it is just think of any memberships. The memberships allows to offset a lot of costs. So if you're thinking of things like delivery fees, some other costs that are associated with getting food deliveries or grocery deliveries or whatever, they're going to be a huge reduction in costs. So I think that's the great part about it. Now, the $300 DoorDash promo credit is the part that I don't really like. So they're giving you $25 a month, but you have to spend it on 3 separate purchases, and it's not all the same thing, right? So you only get one restaurant credit. So if you go to a restaurant, you don't have to necessarily do delivery, you can just do pickup, but you only get $5 for that. Then you get 2 separate promo credits each month on using it for groceries and retail orders. I don't like that because then you would have to separately buy things at a grocery store, maybe it's Trader Joe's, some other supermarket chain. Very similar to Instacart's setup, but you're only getting $10 for each separate order on a month-to-month basis. So you have to use it 3 times to maximize the $25 value. I think at the minimum, I'm only going to get $5, so I only see myself getting $60 a year in terms of personal value. But it's not to say that it doesn't have good value in terms of getting grocery delivery. I don't see myself ordering groceries twice a month. So that's a no for me. Now, in terms of experiences, this is cool. So they added a StubHub credit. You get $300 on an annual basis, split into $150 semi-annually. This is phenomenal for those of you guys who are big sports guys. You love going to baseball games, basketball games, concerts. You got $150 credits. This is super easy to use. You just, as long as it's a StubHub purchase, Chase is going to recognize that you get $150 credits back. Now, in terms of the everyday purchases, this is very similar to the Amex Platinum's entertainment credits. We get YouTube TV and YouTube Music. They're adding Apple TV and Apple Music. You get $20 a year in a month in value, $250. So a little bit over $20 a year. I don't personally use these platforms. I've been a YouTube Premium member since 2015. I love using YouTube even prior to that, since it first came out back in, 2006, 2007. Been on that platform for as long as I remember. I think they make it super user-friendly, very easy to use. Not to say that Apple TV and Apple Music is bad. I just prefer using the YouTube platform more. So this doesn't convince me. The Lyft credits, I didn't like the change because originally you were a Lyft Pink member. So essentially, for a lot of individuals, people loved utilizing the perk that allowed you to use city bikes for free. So essentially, that was what made it extremely valuable, but they removed that. So now it's only for any rides. So you would have to use Lyft every single month for at least $10 to maximize this credit, and then you get 5x on all Lyft purchases. This also includes, obviously city bikes as well. can't really justify using this. So I love the Uber credits. I think Uber makes things a lot easier because it's between Uber Eats and Uber and the Uber platform as well. Not the greatest perk, at least in my opinion. And then there's the Peloton. I don't really use Peloton. Doesn't really make sense for me. The final set of benefits is the 75. So this is after you spend $75,000 in a calendar year, basically a little over $6,000 a month. You get upgraded from IHG Platinum status all the way up to Diamond. You're just getting some additional perks. A lot of things stay the same. I'll kind of go over that in another video. You get $250 credits at the Chase shops. Essentially, these are for, think Oakleys, think Ray-Bans, think most luxury good items. You're gonna get a $250 credit. And then this is separate from the $300 annual travel credits. As long as you spend $500 on a Southwest airline flight on the Chase Travel Portal. You can't book it on Southwest. You have to book it on the Chase Travel Portal, and specifically a Southwest flight, you're going to get $500. So overall, it's not to say that the card is bad. It's just when I had to do things in conjunction and compare between paying 2 hefty annual fee cards, I had to really justify the credits. I felt personally the Amex Platinum was significantly better in terms of credits. Sure, the multipliers, sure, some benefits are pretty great with the Reserve. Me just doing the math here, I can probably maximize at least $900 in value a year. Maybe I use some of the perks here and there, maybe I can take advantage of it, but I can't really justify getting this over the Platinum. There's some other things that I really love about the Platinum over the Chase credit cards in and of itself. But yeah, I hope that helps. This is more just a personal review. Final disclaimer, I don't own this Reserve, as I previously mentioned. It's not to discourage people from getting the card. It was just about kind of making a tough call. I still think the Reserve is a great card. For those of you guys who can maximize it, let me know, give me your thoughts and opinions. I just kind of wanted to share what my thought process was in making my final decision. So hope that helps. Bye.